Hello everybody, I'm Chantal.
I'm Cody.
And we are now going to do Unit 5, Why Do They Prefer Jail? So this unit looks at kind of a serious topic. It's aging societies. And with that, there are a few issues. We're talking about diminishing workforces.
Diminish.
Diminish. And I think something that's becoming a little more serious is also some cases of where the elderly can't take care of themselves properly, or there's no one to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few appalling cases related to that.
Appalling.
Appalling. But before we jump into the more serious part of this topic, do you live with any of your older family members?
Currently no, because I live alone in Korea.
Right.
In the past, growing up, when I think I was right around the age of 6 to 7, 8. I don't remember exactly. But my grandmother lived with my family.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was kind of that mother-in-law situation for my father.
Fun and games.
That's the only time I ever lived with a older family member. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. How about yourself? Is it common in South Africa?
In some cases, sure. I think it's something that's universal. Some families would, some won't. But I have never.
Okay.
The only time that actually happened was when my mom's mom, my grandmother, she was quite ill, and she lived with us for probably about 2 months or so, but it was just for her to recover and recuperate. So no, full term, not.
Okay.
But yes, so the topic also kind of moves into the direction of prisons.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, what a lot.
That was very shocking when I read that part.
Right. So yes, you guys will know if you've read the topic. It's about an older man. He would rather be in prison than live on his own, or just not be alone probably. So what are prisons like in your country?
Well, they are scary to say the least. But I don't know entirely. I can't give a very accurate answer. But the system of prisons in America, some of it's privatized, some of it's state, some of it's federal. So I've heard that the federal prisons are better, cleaner, nicer than the state prisons because the funding comes from the different state or federal government.
Yes.
And that can differ based on what state you're in.
Right,
so there could be some appalling conditions in some older prisons. And when it goes to private, I have no idea, good or bad. Texas has a very...
We don't want to know. It's really bad.
Yeah, Texas has a bad rap or bad reputation when it comes to some of the private prisons where there might be insufficient care or things for the inmates. Insufficient.
Insufficient. When we think of prison, we think bad, not good conditions. So I really think it must be an act of desperation to willingly go to prison, just not to be alone or live outside, in society, basically. So it's a very sad situation.
It is. Desperation.
Desperation.
Unlike this situation in Japan that it talks about, I don't think people would willingly go to prison at an older age in America. But some people in a very desperate situation, generally addicts to a lot of drugs, prison gives them food, gives them housing in some way.
Housing. Maybe, it feels like they have some relative safety in that setting. Who knows?
Right.
And now for the language focus. First up is once. For example, Korea once had tigers living in the wild.
And the second one is look to. And for example, as a kid, I looked to my father for help.
All right, we will move to the review section next.